to Trans-West Truck Trailer RV. My name is Lance Ortega, and today I get to show you this beautiful 2026 London Air. It's a 4551. Absolutely beautiful. When we stand back and just look at this overall profile, it is stunning. I love the more modern graphics, right? We get away from the swoops and the swirls. You've got that nice big bull nose up here in the front that has the integrated windshield wipers, so they kind of stay tucked hidden behind the front cap here. And one thing that I do like about the way Newmar does their luxury diesel pushers is the whole front part slides out so we can get access to the 12,500 watt Cummins X15 generator. You'll see we got a water spigot there to the right with an air nozzle, windshield wiper fluid access, and then right here behind the cap you can see we have easy access to all the different headlights. So, you know, getting maintenance done or changing out a bulb, maybe doing a service here on the generator is going to be so much easier. I like to say this thing's very tech friendly, but also very customer friendly as well. So just a neat feature. Got the bonded windshield instead of the bulb seal here around the big windshield. Easy access here to our electrical bay. Now the front tires are going to be 365/70 22.5s Michelin tires. You're going to see that we do have access to fuel ports, 150 gallon fuel tank. You can fill up on either side. You've got recessed docking lights, nice and flush. We do have 8 6-volt batteries, and those are all on a slide tray. You know, and a lot of people really don't show this in videos. I'm just going to do it because I wanted to show how easy this thing and how effortless this is to actually slide that out. Newmar does a great job of creating this little tray. They just slide in. Now that locks in automatically, but then they got these safety pins here. So just make sure that you get those put back in. That way if things get a little rough, they stay nice and secure. Love the London Air badging here. Got this nice raised London Air badging, just a touch of class. And the way that you can see this metallic paint just shimmer here in the sun, just next level. Got that nice drop shadow coming through right here on that next line. Newmar just does a wonderful job with their masterpiece finish paint. And this next bay over, we got one of our first slide trays here. It is power, so by a push of a button it'll come out. And I do like the location of the button right up here, kind of in the belt line here, so I don't have to bend over to push a button to bring it out. And I do like the fact that it's got this little lip right here. We can actually pull that off, so if we get something heavy we can kind of lift it on there and kind of drag it in. And again, 1,000 pound weight capacity. Now if somebody's parked a little too close on this side, we can take the tray out the other end, so it'll go either way. Now as we also look at this, this was ordered with a stainless steel package. Just beautiful stainless all on the bottom there. Helps protect the doors, but also really dresses the coach up quite nice. Got the chrome baggage handles. A little bit bigger slide tray here. Now this one will be manual. So some people absolutely hate the power but love the manual, and some people love the manual and hate the power. So we got the best of both worlds here. But nice big wide tray, nice and deep. So plenty of room here for storage. Now the next bay over is going to be our Oasis system. This is going to be the hydronic heating. This is going to be diesel and electric. So you can, this is what's going to be responsible for heating the water, but also for heating the air. So your furnace and your hot water heater, all wrapped up into one. We do have a power cord reel. Manual pull out, power in. You'll also notice we have a 30 amp plug here. I call that the buddy plug. If you have a stacker trailer that you're pulling behind it and you want to supply 30 amp service to it, you can. Maybe you've got a casita or a cabana with no power to it, it's just boondocking only. You can supply power from this coach to whoever needs it. So very nice to have the convenience of power. Now the next bay over is going to be our wet bay. I do like the stainless paper towel holder you got in the hot cold water shower. We've got the ability to check our tank levels, turn on our generator, And let's see, we'll go back to home here. The exterior, we can go ahead and turn on our different security lights on the outside, all from this panel, so we don't have to go inside to get a lot of that done. You do have a manual dump station, but you also have the macerator set up, so this will chew up the sewage and then pump it out. So that could be convenient where if you've got an uphill battle, it'll pump it uphill. So got the tag axle. I do like the fact that now these are going to be a little bit shorter. These are going to be 315 80 22.5s. This is gonna, what I like about the tag axle here is that it does turn. So if you measure from that front tire to that first rear axle, you're about 24 feet. So we shift our turning point from this axle to this one. So that really tightens up our turning radius and gives you a nice sharp turning ability. Little storage caddy here. And then we do have our DEF fuel here. So you can fill up DEF on either side. So you can fill it up here or on the other side. Side mounted radiator, and you'll notice the bottom there, they dressed it up with that same stainless to kind of keep that continuity going with that design. And you'll notice these little bumps here. You had one here, one in the middle, one in the front, and they got that same on the other side. This is part of that blind spot detection. So if somebody's beside you, you can't see them, you'll see it light up in the mirror to let you know that you got somebody right next to you. This is going to be the 605 Cummins motor. So she's a beast, 1,950 pounds of torque, 20,000 pound towing capacity with this hitch. We do have the Voyager plug. So if you do have monitors on your trailer, it'll tie right into the dash. So what you're seeing in the back of the trailer, you'll see right there in the dash. You do have your air supply here as well. So if you have maybe a tow vehicle like an Air Force One, you can hook it right up to that and supply air to it. Just nice to be able to come back here, not have a rear radiator. I can see my serpentine bells. I can get to all my fluids, these filters. Just much easier for getting work done. Just beautiful cap, beautiful rear cap, and I like the fact that they got the stainless here in the back to kind of match the rest of the stainless that we got going along the side of the coach. Now this first bay, this is just going to be meat and potatoes. We got our chassis batteries right here, so, and then that's going to be one of our disconnects, and then you got your Deutsch plug right there. This is just where technicians would go to diagnose the coach. We got a rear exit door. Now when you open this up, it does have a telescoping ladder that will fall right out of the door, so easy access to get out of the coach should you not be able to get out the front. Nice safety feature. This is going to be the other side of that DEF tank. Again, you can fill it up on either side. Now right now this is so this has two different ways to level: air leveling and hydraulic leveling with jacks. And you'll see that I've got the rear is kind of up, the front is kind of down. So I've used the airbags to level the coach. It's really nice if you go somewhere like a really hot environment, let's say like Arizona, and you're on asphalt. You never want to put jacks down on asphalt because asphalt can be pretty soft and it can push the jack right through the asphalt. So this would be a perfect example of when you would want to use the airbag. So as you can see, she's hiked up pretty high right there in the back. Rear docking lights right here. So we got them in the front and in the rear. So just a great way to illuminate all around the coach if you're showing up somewhere late at night. We've got another electrical bay right here, and you'll notice just how clean and how well organized. This was a call to a lot of customers who weren't happy with some of the wiring that they saw in previous luxury models, but Newmar answered the call, and wow, what a great job they did with that. So next bay over, we have our 3/4, so you got 3 slide trays in this coach all together. This one goes about 3/4 of the way. This one will just slide out manually. Again, it is effortless to pull those in and out. We do have central vac, so you can hook up a hose, clean up your bays. Next bay over, we've got that same slide tray. It is manual, and I do like how they integrated this shelf. So a lot of times when you get things stacked a little too tall, it tends to want to fall over. when you get to where you're going. So with that shelf built in like that, it's a nice way to break up that storage. So again, power slide tray here on this bay, 1,000 pound capacity, and then that nice little shelf added up above. Now next bay over, we do have the Dometic refrigerator and freezer. Now I actually had a customer who traded in a luxury coach and bought a London Air from me because their previous Newmar, the slide came out over the chest, so, and they were only able to open their lids so far. But now that this comes out so far, even with the slides open, we're actually able to fully open this and get to all of our contents. So you can make this side freezer, refrigerator. You program it to how you want. Each one works individually. And you can see you got the controls right here, and you can also control it through your phone as well. Now that Dometic refrigerator is set up for dry camping and being plugged in. So you got 110 and DC, direct current for power. So here we got our exterior TV, Bose soundbar, Samsung TV, and then off to our left we do have USB-A, USB-C, and 110. So plenty of options to be able to charge at them small appliances. We do have 2 integrated awnings up in the roof. We're a little bit windy today. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get these out. I might stop it if I see them shaking a little too much, but we'll kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. As you can see, we got patio lights there on both awnings. What's kind of cool about this is from here clear back all the way to the end of the coach is just awning. And these are the kind of awnings that come out and then drop down. These are the Gerard Nova awnings. So just adds a ton of extra shade. And man, it's really super impressive. If you've never seen this in person, when you do, it's definitely going to be an eye-opener, because I know when I first saw it, and this was many years back, I was like, wow, that is next level cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring those back in, because if this is going to be your baby, we want to make sure it's still got awnings that come with the coach. Now, one of the things I didn't point out, there behind this, you have your fuel line that kind of goes down to the tank. It is encased in steel, so if you ever blow a front tire right back in here, you do have a steel, it's encased in steel, so it'll protect that fuel line. And then right up here in front, if you guys are, maybe you can put your favorite sports team, maybe the American flag. So this will be a flag holder. So it's kind of cool. Maybe you have a family reunion. You can say, hey, Jones family here, right? Can't miss us. So now what's kind of nice about this is the keyless entry. So you obviously have your keys, but maybe you're going out and you're hopping in your side-by-side, you're heading out in the desert, and you just don't want to be loaded down with a whole bunch of stuff. Well, you can leave the keys tied up in your bag and then just type in your code to either get into the door, or you can use the code also to get into the cargo. So either or. Now you'll notice this is where the steps are going to come out, but they're all covered here with this vanity panel, dressed out real nice with that stainless. But as I open the door, on the front of the steps is going to be a sensor. You'll notice that it stops right away. So if it's a leg, or maybe you're parked too close to a curb, these steps aren't just going to sit there and keep trying to go out and bind up, either hurt you or hurt the steps by trying to bind up against maybe a concrete curb. But what I also like is how evenly spaced these steps are, even coming into the coach. And as we make our way in, you notice the beautiful accent lighting that we got all throughout. So next level nice. Now I don't have to close the door to open it back up. I can just push a button here and we'll continue to bring this out. But what I like about this triple hydraulic step is just how low it is to the ground. So my first step getting into the coach is really quite nice. Well guys, that is a super quick peek of what we had going on the outside. Come on in, let's take a look and see what we got going on the inside. Hey guys, welcome to the inside of this beautiful London Air. So before we get started up here in the front, let's go ahead and start up here in the cockpit of this beautiful 26. Again, this is the London Air 4551. And one of the things I want to point out right away is this monitor. This whole entire thing is one big giant monitor. Super cool feature. I just love the all the different features that we get. As you can see, a lot of different camera options. We can check our 360-degree camera view, left, right, rear, or maybe you just want just the rear only. Then we can check on our navigation, and we can zoom out. So kind of cool. And I do like the wireless phone charging system that we have over here. So you'll notice I've got a vertical wireless phone charging system. So what's kind of nice is I can type in my main directions here, and then if let's say I want to hit a restaurant on the way, I can just say, restaurant near me with my phone, and then I've got a vertical navigation over here, and I don't have to mess with this. So kind of cool. And then again, one nice thing about this particular coach is you do get air leveling and hydraulic. And if we look over here off to my left, you're going to see this section right here would be for our air leveling and our ride height. So we can actually change the ride height. And if we, let's say we're pulling into a garage and we want to lower the overall height of this coach, we can go ahead and lower this coach, but you want to keep in mind you don't want to go over 3 miles an hour. So try and keep it 3 miles an hour or less. Otherwise, if you go too fast, it's going to want to start rising into normal ride height. We can come through here with our digital dash, and we can go through a lot of the different features, checking out our different gauges. We can control our steering effort. This is going to have what's called comfort steer. This is going to allow us to eliminate a lot of the torque that you would have in the steering wheel. So if you've got crowding in the road, if you've got maybe side winds, and your tires are wanting to either go left or right, traditionally, this coach is going to help keep these tires nice and straight so you don't get a lot of coach wandering off to the left or right. So very convenient for really reducing a lot of that road fatigue. We can check our fuel economy. We can come through here and check our mobilize system. This has intelligent high and low beams. So if somebody oncoming traffic comes in, you got your high beams on, it'll automatically set them to low. We can come down here on road watch. We can control our adaptive cruise control as far as distance, how far or how close we want to be to other oncoming vehicles when we got our cruise control on. So a lot of nice features. It's got a tire pressure monitoring system. So just a lot of nice overall features with this. But there's a lot to go over with this coach. So why don't we go ahead and get started here on the rest of it. I do want to point out the seating in these things. If we look at this, I like how they've got the seat belt right here integrated in the seat. You'll notice the perforation here. So these are going to be heated and cooled seats. You do got the nice little, now it's going to have lumbar as well. And then we do got, let's go ahead and bring this out so we can show you. And then we also got another one. Let's turn this guy around so we can kind of give you the full view of what it's like to actually incorporate the seating here in the London Air. So both of these are going to be recliners. So depending on who's sitting here, now if it's grandma, guess what? She gets the recliner, but if she's sitting over there, then you get one over here as well. So we'll lay this one flat to kind of give you an idea. So lots of reclining options here for guests. You'll notice that's a zero clearance, so you can really lay that thing out flat. Beautiful high-end leather furniture. I mean, the texture and the feel of this is just next level. If you can just imagine coming in a hard day of playing, sitting in this ultra plush leather furniture, it just makes all the world of difference. And then, for conveniences, we can come through here, control a lot of the different things. Maybe I want to take and lower all the nightshades. So a push of a button. As you'll notice, I already had the day shades down, but you know, maybe we just want to go ahead and black everything out, because the next thing we want to do is come over here before we start our entertainment. So, okay, do I need to dump my tanks? I can check my tank levels, my black, my fresh, and my gray. I can go through here, turn on the floor heat in the coach, all from the comfort of this chair. So this will have heated tile floors. You know, maybe it's getting night out. I can turn on the exterior security lights around the coach from here. We can go ahead and let's go ahead and bring the TV up. We'll, as you can see, it does have the integrated TV in the cabinet. Now, what I like about this TV being in the cabinet is I don't lose my my windows. So, let's go ahead and during the day, I want to be able to have all these views. As you're going to see, no matter where you sit, everybody gets a really nice view in this coach. So these are going to be all bonded windows here, except for that end one, which does open. So if you want to get some fresh air rolling through the coach, you can. As you can see, when you pan around, no matter where you sit, everybody gets a great view in this coach. So a lot of window space in this coach. Just absolute beautiful views no matter where you sit. Now, I do love the next level cabinetry in this. This is going to have the chestnut glaze maple cabinetry, so all nice hardwood cabinets all throughout the coach. Beautifully done. I love this beautiful hardware here, nice black hardware. The ceiling treatment too is one of the things that I love about a Newmar luxury coach. You're not going to see the round pucks or the rectangular air registers out on the side. They're all enclosed. You know, everything has a nice finish to it in the London Air. Now when the slides are closed, all the air flows right down here in the middle, so you're just not trapping that cold air on top of the slide house or the heat. Maybe you're doing some cold weather travel. So it's just nice to be able to have that airflow regardless whether the slides are open or closed. Now, making our way into the kitchen, you do have a nice little extension here. We can bring this out. Got some nice drawers down here below. We do have induction cooktop. I don't think I pointed this out earlier, but as I came up here, I noticed right off of the MSRP, we do have 4 Merlin solar panels on this. So this is going to be equipped with solar, and it does already have Starlink. So a lot of people are going away from satellite and starting to stream. So that's a nice feature. Now this is going to have an induction cooktop that you can pull out. Now this part does not heat up, only the pan heats up. So if you want to take this out, put it on the picnic table, do a lot of your cooking out there. You know, keep the smoke and the smell and all that other stuff outside. And then when you're done, bring it back in. Pop it back in the counter, and you guys are good to go. And then we have a nice undermounted. You got the Blanco seat sink, very nice. And then you've got the gooseneck faucet. And then you can do a lot of the controls from your kitchen if you're doing a lot of work in the kitchen, right here from this touchpad as well. We've got a dinette over here, which will does have the ability to extend. You can add extend this out and put some leaves in there to give you a little bit more table space, so it's always nice. And I do like how they match the cabinetry right here on the leg. And for me, this is important because when you start getting this thing out this far, you can start getting that trampoline effect. Well, with that leg, it's nice and solid. So, and there's no hooks. It's just held by magnet. So bring it up, magnet sucks it in, and then you're good to go. Got this beautiful clock with that leather band. And then as we look around, you'll notice from here, all around the coach, everywhere they could put a cabinet, you got all those beautiful upper end cabinets. So a lot of room here for storage should you need it. And then making our way into the hallway, we've got our Whirlpool refrigerator. Now it does have the ability to, it does have the filter here. the reason why I like to bring that up, with a residential refrigerator, you get the filter in here, but you also have the filter outside. So by the time the water gets coming out this water dispenser here on the door, you know that water is going to be really clean. You do have a lock here, so you can slide that, and that just locks the top and bottom. And then we got the double door pantry. So extra wide pantry, and you'll notice how it lit up. Now, as you bring it out, you'll notice the dovetail construction. So I love what Newmar does here. It's not like some pressed plywood, all nice solid wood, even in the trays here. And to lock it, you can hear that locking, and to unlock it, you just push on it, and that releases it. And then down below, you do have these little separator panels. So if you got different size pots and pans, you can adjust that to fit them a little bit better. Now, they did move away from Silverleaf. We got ATC. So much more user-friendly software system here. You can control a lot of the things from your home, climate, your shades, fans, floor heat. Just a lot wrapped up into this. And again, you guys call me, we can go a lot more in depth with that. Now, this is going to be a 1.5 bath model. And as I open this, you'll notice there's no handle here. I just got to push on that, and that flips that out. So when the slides are closed, if I'm walking around, I'm not getting my belt loop hooked. And if you have owned coaches in the past, you probably already know what I'm talking about. So now as we come in here, looking at that beautiful subway tile, it matches with what's going on in the kitchen. I like how they brought it all the way up to underneath that medicine cabinet. You got your central vac down below. You got the toe kick, so throw away the dustpan. And beautifully done cabinets. And up above, you got your vent, and even that has a finished trim around the vent. Now, as we make our way into the master bedroom, you'll notice how wide this door is. So a lot of big open space here. Just makes it nice for getting in and out of the bedroom. And then you'll also notice no carpet on the slide out. Now, as I'm standing here, I got 1 foot in the bedroom and 1 foot on the slide out, and it's perfectly flush. So it does make it very convenient when I'm trying to get into my contents and not tripping over a ledge. And then behind the TV, we do have some extra cabinetry here. We'll go ahead and open it up, and then we got a safe. And I remember when we first got this floor plan, that blew my mind because I had no clue. And these are all soft closings, so you got to give them a little motivation when you want to get them shut. But we'll go ahead and close that. Stays nice and hidden right there behind the TV. A lot of drawer space right here. And then on the other end, we got our king bed with windows that open up on both sides. So if you want to get that cross ventilation, you can. Now, for some people, this is going to be very important. Let's see if they did. They did. True to Newmar fashion, they do have a power outlet, and you'll notice they got knockouts on both sides of the bed. And then a lot of those functions that we've seen earlier with those little control panels, you can control from the comfort of your bed. And then we have this other ceiling treatment here. This will have 3 15 BTU ACs, and all 3 will be heat pumps. Now, as we make our way into the master bathroom, you're gonna love this shower. This thing is next level gorgeous. Beautiful floor pan, extra wide drain. You got your teak seat there, your body wash, shampoo, and conditioner dispensers. You got your extra wand there. It's got the aquamizer, so you can preheat the water before it even comes out of the shower head. So just an absolutely gorgeous shower. Okay, now just across from us, we do have the washer dryer. So it will be a stack washer dryer. And what I also appreciate is the attention to detail. Now that's a drawer that they did not have to put in there. So dryer sheets, I mean, you name it. Just having storage where you can put it, I truly appreciate that. Now as you come in here, you'll notice how open this feels. You've got the nice cathedral style ceilings here, the arch. And this, all that work, right, to actually curve this crown molding, you just know you're getting into something special when you're getting into a London Air. And then You'll notice that we have dual hanging here. So some of them shorter items that you can put here, maybe you don't wear all the time, maybe a nice little suit jacket or something, you can have them down here off to the side. But then your everyday items, you kind of keep over here. Then you got your little shoe garage back here. You do have shelving off to the right, which is adjustable or removable should you want the extra hanging space. Now we've got a medicine cabinet here with a power outlet. And then on this side, we do have access to the washer and dryer. So if, heaven forbid, if you start seeing water, you don't have to run outside to turn the water off. You can come right over here and then turn the valve off. Very convenient. I love this stone look tile they got in here. Beautifully done sinks. It just really, I mean, I don't think the video is going to do it justice, but it is absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. Well, that does it for today's video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. But if you'd like to start your next adventure in this beautiful coach, give me a call. Lance, the RV guy, would love to help you. You can reach me at 208-290-5750. I look forward to hearing from you.